What's up, y'all? This is Graham with another episode of the Groupie Files and another video essay. And today we'll be talking about Tyler the Creator. And I will be not really debating because my mind's made up, but stating why I think this Tyler era is his best era. Now we also talk about I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm not a fan of the Goblin era Tyler at all. I just feel like that was just very cringy. Everything was just kind of brash, and just maturity as an artist. I feel like his other stuff is just more mature on that end. Um, I think there's an argument for Wolf, the way he kind of put everything together with music videos, how the music wasn't necessarily as in your, like, I don't want to say like it wasn't as brash, but like it was still there, but also him kind of doing an excellent job of piecing it all together with the Wolf album, and just his attention to instrumentation, and we kind of seeing him develop as an artist more on the album. Like, for instance, like songs like, Rusty, how he kind of addresses like the entire industry, his critics, some more introspectiveness, like with Lone, and things like that. But also just how his sequencing just got better, just so much. And 48, man, like 48 is, to me, that's like one of the greatest that is probably, I'm not going to say one of the greatest title hooks ever. I think that's one of the best hooks in hip hop history. I feel like I fucking love this song, man. Like, there's a song on Wolf I'm coming back to is 48. And of course, like, his writing was just really, really great on there. If I had to go to Cherry Bomb, like, I feel like Cherry Bomb was one of those albums that's kind of like, I either really love some stuff on there and I really hate some stuff on there, but also there are some points where I'm kind of like, hey, this is kind of creepy. So, like, Death Camp, love that song. Two-Seater, Find Your Wings. What's the name of that damn song with Sid on the vocals? I can't remember. Of course, Smuckers, where you kind of see him sort of evolve into falling in love with rapping again just a little, with the back and forth with Kanye, and also Lil Wayne, which is so interesting, because if you told me like in 2013, 14, that the person that could get Wayne's best verses out of him in recent memory is Tyler the Creator, I would call you crazy. It's very interesting how I feel like I love that collaboration, because it's kind of it's not really unexpected, because Tyler kind of admitted now that he was like, okay, man, I was bumping a lot of Wayne tapes back then when he was an upcoming artist, things like that, even though he talks about Pharrell a lot. I mean a lot. I think for the best era, well, the second best era, to me, Tyler's second best era is, I'm not going to even say that. I think the best the albums I come back to the most out of his are Wolf and Flower Boy. But I'm gonna circle to Call Me Get You. Igor, I think, is great, and I think it was something out of the box that I really did like from Tyler, but also, like, I kind of prefer him just as a rapper. And I'm kind of glad that he's kind of showing, like, hey, I'm falling in love with rap again. Call Me If You Get Lost, I was honestly surprised how he hit up DJ Drama for that. Because it was kind of like, Tyler, I'm not going to lie, like, Tyler is somebody that really loves to do their own thing. And I was very curious that he kind of, like, embraced that hip-hop side of him and gave us a hope. And honestly, I want to say pretty much brought DJ Drama, Gangsta Grillz tapes back into the mainstream light. Because the Dream Deal did one after that. We have one where Pusha T wants to do one now, or is doing one. So I would say he brought him back to the mainstream. Like, but also he's just from a technical standpoint, he's on point the entire album. Of course, with the manifesto, the Domo Genesis feature, kind of took us back to about No Idols days. Him just kind of like talking about like where he wants to be, where he wants to go, and how his journey doesn't really stop. And also the estate sale, man. Like, I'll tell you what, right there are some top 10 Tyler songs. Honestly, couple top 5 ones in my opinion on there. Like with What a Day, him rapping over the Mad Lil sample. Sorry Not Sorry is without a doubt one of his best songs. Kind of just being like, y'all can't put me in this box of what y'all want from me, instead of what I want from my career. Like, I'm not, like, I'm doing my own thing type of thing. But also, Heaven to Me is incredible. Talking about just what he wants out of his life, and kind of flashing back between the past, the present, and the future. And to me, it's just elite songwriting, and just how technically on point he is with that song too. I feel like I enjoy Call Me Get Lost, but if I had to do the best Tyler era, it is 100% the one, the only Flower Boy. I feel like Flower Boy, excuse me, I have to take a drink. I feel like Flower Boy is like the best combination of how we see Tyler as a producer and how we see Tyler as a rapper and as a songwriter, and blending them all together, right? Forward, incredible intro, kind of sets the tone for the entire album. Also, not even mainstream hits, but like the big songs or like the thematic peaks of the song, like Boredom. Fucking love that song, man. And November, Tyler has kind of like, Tyler has every single album, Tyler kind of makes a point that his biggest fear is kind of going back to his regular life. And I feel like November is such a sobering song, but it's like, it's very realistic, because when we think of artists talking about regular life and their stardom and not want to go back to that, I feel like it reminds me of Little Brother so much, because Little Brother and Blue, actually, because they talk about this shit so much. But, and then also, you know, Kendrick with on Damn with Fear, is one of his biggest fears was he doesn't want to go back to his old life. He doesn't want to fall off. He wants to do all this stuff. But also, See You Again with Kali Uchis is incredible. What's the name of that damn Frank Ocean song? It's the second song. It's the second song on the album. I Rock, I Roll, I Bloom, I Grow. But also, when Who Dat Boy dropped the video for that, I was amazed. And of course, I wasn't expecting A$AP Rocky to be on there, and I really love that song as like kind of like the big single from the album. But also, when we got to the end and he displayed 911 Mr. Lonely, I was like, okay, this is going to be a greatest album. Like, I was waiting at my computer for that shit like all the time. I think Flower Boy is I want to say it's his best thematics, like his best album thematically, because it kind of expresses the entire thing of, hey, you have one life, time doesn't stop. You need to sit down and enjoy today. Like, that's literally the final song on the album. Like, you need to take your life seriously, to where, hey, this is what you want to do, Like, be your honest self. This is what you want to do. Don't let anybody stray you from that. Your path is your path. Don't let people make other people make decisions for you. This is what you want to do. You do it. So I think thematically, songwriting wise, production wise, and just all of that in one bag, I just feel like that's Tyler's best era. Like, you could argue Wolf. From a rapping standpoint, you could argue just pure technical standpoint. You could argue Cardi and Give It Lost, but I feel like I really do feel like Flower Boy is the best Tyler era. It takes so much of what Tyler did well in his early blog era days, and it takes his rapidy rap side and meshes them all together and puts them in this one big pot. So I think my pick is 100% Flower Boy. But that's it all I have for today. I'm gonna try to. I like cranking these. I feel like I have the ability to crank these out whenever I want to. So whenever I'm bored, I can do it. Whenever I'm not bored, I can do it. But other than that, y'all stay easy. I'm out.